Hey foodies, thanks for watching. I want to make a ladyfinger cookie. This is a great, versatile cookie, great for dipping in tea or coffee, and I want to show you how to make it. And we're going to start by whipping our egg whites. And I'm going to whip these to soft peaks. And I need my other attachment. There we go. Now I'm going to turn this on to medium and add tablespoon by tablespoon of sugar, up to a half a cup. Let's take a look. See how stiff the peaks are? And I'd say that's pretty stiff. So let's pull the bowl off. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. I mean, if you can hold it over your head. Okay, just gonna set that aside. And then I'm going to grab a bowl and scoop this into my bowl. Now I want to be careful not to deflate this. I want to keep as much air in it as possible. It's almost like a pavlova at this point. Which really we should make. So maybe that'll be something that I make in the future. There we go. Just set that like that. So it's important when you're mixing your egg whites that you have a grease-free, clean, really clean bowl. When you're mixing your egg yolks, it doesn't really matter so much. And the reason for that is you want those egg whites to be nice and fluffy and firm, but the egg yolks, it doesn't really matter. So I added my egg yolks and my salt. I'm adding the remaining amount of sugar, and I'm going to add my vanilla, and I'm going to beat this until it gets nice and light and pale in color. So again, I'm going to use my whisk attachment, and we're going to whisk this up. It's been about a minute of me mixing. I'm just going to scrape down the sides, make sure that all the sugar and everything gets dissolved into this. There we go. That's looking good. And here we go again. So I don't know if you can see this on camera or not, but it's actually gotten a little bit thicker and it's gotten lighter in color. And that is the tell for me to tell me that it's done. And you can see that it's, like, look at that beautiful eggy color. It's just gorgeous, that light yellow. So now, that over there, I want to pour this on top of my egg whites. And you can see it's just sort of oozing everywhere, and that's fine. Let's just get the last of this stuff. There we go. Every little bit counts. There we go. And then I want to sift a little bit of my flour. Let's do a third of it on top. Just like that. And then using my spatula and not any beaters because I don't want to collapse this, I want to fold this in. And the reason why I did just a little bit of flour to start is I want to get the egg yolk mixed in to help it break up the egg white just a little tiny bit. That looks great so far. It's coming together. Okay, so now let's sift the rest of the flour. And this is a gluten-free all-purpose flour blend from Frankie's. And it works cup for cup with everything I throw at it. There we go. And I'll just fold it in again. So I'm going through it and around it just to make sure it's all well blended but not beaten up. And once everything has been combined, and it looks like that is the case, we're going to start piping. So I have a 1/2-inch piping tip in a large piping bag, and I'm going to fill it as best I can. Oh my goodness. It's getting there. Oh, there's a little bit that I didn't mix. Let me just finish mixing that. Nothing's worse than biting into a dry chunk of flour. There we go. Okay. So just keep going. Oops, that just stuck together. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to get in this bag for now. So let's squish some of this down so I can get the top sealed, because it's important when you're working with a piping bag that you seal the top. And I like pinching it. You can also fold it down, whichever way works for you. And then I have a large baking sheet, and you can do a regular size baking sheet. And we are going to pipe, where am I going to start? I don't like that wrinkle in there. There we go. So we're going about 4 inches or 10 centimeters, and I'm separating them by about 2 inches or 5 centimeters, because they are going to expand. Oh, that one's a little close. Well, we'll find out how close that one go. So these are going to go into my preheated oven of 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius for 15 to 18 minutes. And then I'm going to pull them out and let them cool for about 10 minutes. See you in a moment. These look good. There's 3 different versions here. Or 3 different bakes, I should say. We have the first bake here, which you can see there, the bubbles are nice and fine and they smell divine, and you can see the bottom, like it's beautifully browned. And then a moment later, not that long ago, not that long after I put this batch in, I put in this batch, and it was a little bit more browned on the bottom. This, ironically, was a higher rack, which is kind of funny. And it was maybe, they were both brought out at the same time, so these were 30 seconds baked shorter. So I don't know. But you can definitely see, like, these are finer bubbles and these are bigger bubbles. And then I had just enough left to do just a small baking sheet, so about a half a sheet. And I got these, and almost no bubbles. You can see it's collapsed. But the underside, a few bubbles, which is nice. I can definitely see why you would want to enjoy these on the same day. Also, if you're not eating them all in the same day, store them for up to 3 days in a nice airtight container. They freeze really well, and then you pull them out, and then they're ready to go. I want to try one of each just to see how they compare, and I'm going to give you my opinion on that. So I'm going to start with the skinny ones. Let's go with this one. Nicely browned on the underside. So look at that, nice and brown, firm. It feels like it's dried out enough. It's delicate. I can definitely see, I can definitely see that as a finger. These are big fingers. Super crunchy. Light and airy. That's really nice. Okay, I'm gonna finish that one a moment. Okay, next one, I'm gonna go with the second batch that I did, and let's go with this one. A bit more well done. It's softer on the top, which really makes me wonder, maybe my oven was off or something like that. Maybe the temperature range just didn't balance out in that. Definitely softer. But same really good taste. What I like between the small ones and these ones is it feels like there's a lot more to eat for this one. So I feel like I'm getting more bang for my buck when it comes to eating a cookie. Okay. And then the last batch, which obviously had the most collapsed egg white in it. And let's go with this one. And again, it's soft, but it's soft on the bottom and soft on the top. Nice bite. This reminds me of almost a macaron, or even macaroons, where you put like coconut in it, a little bit of chocolate. That's what it reminds me of. Really good, really tasty. This one has a bit more crunch than this one. I mean, I'm not going to complain about any of them or put my nose up to any of them, but I think if I had to choose, I'd definitely choose the first batch. Getting them out into the piping bag all at once, into the oven, bake them nice, let the air bubbles stay in there, let it do its thing. That's your perfect cookie. If you're looking for the recipe, you can visit glutenfreeguy.ca. You can also follow me on any of these social media channels. And coming up next is this. See you soon.